y'all, it's Wendy Jo. Welcome back to my kitchen. I am the co-author of the Mediterranean Diet Cookbook for Dummies, and tonight I have company coming. And because they're coming to visit, I'm really excited to share with them some of my favorite recipes basically from the cookbook. And one of my absolute favorites is a roasted curried cauliflower. So I'm going to show you how quick and easy this dish is actually to make and how very simplistic when it comes to the ingredients. Curry, for a lot of people, you don't realize that curry foods are very popular throughout the Mediterranean region. I think it's easy to consider just Greek and Italian foods, but we sometimes forget Moroccan foods or Turkish foods. They also are all a part of the Mediterranean region, as well as even Spain, you'll find curries. So I'm going to share with you this recipe. Curry is very healthy in the sense there's a lot of research currently right now out on the benefits of adding more curry to our diet, especially for those who suffer from arthritis. So there's some added health benefits, but again, it tastes great, and that's the number one reason why I want you to try this recipe. So I've cut up a huge thing of cauliflower, which the cool thing is too, you can actually find cut up cauliflower already available in your refrigerator section at the grocery store. So take a peek for that. This is actually about almost 2 heads of cauliflower. I have to have leftovers tomorrow, so I didn't want my friends to eat all of it, so don't tell. So the base of this is 4 spices. Curry powder, yes, which is a mix of spices, but we're just using plain curry powder. We're also using cumin, paprika, and coriander. The base of liquids are going to be red wine vinegar or olive oil. Now, if you do not have red wine vinegar, feel free to use another vinegar. I've used apple cider vinegar, I've used rice wine vinegar. They've worked wonderfully. So don't feel as though you just have to have red wine vinegar. I'm not sure if I would recommend balsamic vinegar. I've had that actually asked to me. So that would probably not be my number one choice, would not be balsamic vinegars. But you can try red wine or apple cider and that would work great. So it's really simple. You know, I'm not a huge measurer, but I will measure for this tonight. It's a teaspoon of cumin. It is a teaspoon of coriander. Yes, I'm not always that exact. And you don't have to be that exact. Tablespoon of paprika. If you don't have some of these, don't feel as though you need to only stick to these spices. I've actually pulled this dish off wonderfully just with the curry powder, cumin, and coriander because I didn't even have paprika. Another tablespoon, this one, of curry powder. Then we're going to take a half a cup of red wine vinegar. This is kind of our slurry. And we're going to use a third of a cup of olive oil. I've also used other oils. I haven't just used olive oil as my oil of choice. Again, if you don't have it on hand, don't sweat it. These recipes aren't meant to, again, be the template of all foods that you make, but instead a guide to help you start incorporating some of these great foods and great spices. Okay, so in my yellow dish, I'm creating my slurry. And now all I'm going to do is just toss in my cauliflower. I'm going to coat with the sauce, and as soon as I'm done coating a couple pieces, those pieces are going to go right into my baking dish. All of this will go in there, but I like to get into the crevices of the cauliflower. I do my cauliflower in pretty big pieces because I like the whole part of the cauliflower. Sometimes I'll even add the stems and leaves to this, but I always do the stems, but the leaves as well. But you want to get as much coverage as you can within it. You'll see just how beautiful and red it actually starts to get. And then we're going to roast this at 450 degrees for about 30 minutes. Talk about a powerful smell. It's incredible. And what I do is I also add salt, but I usually salt the top, and then I allow people to salt as needed at the table. I like salt, don't get me wrong. Salt is such a flavor enhancer. But I also realize that there are a lot of people who don't tolerate salt as well. So again, favorite tool in the kitchen are my hands. So I don't always salt food that heavily at my house. And then people at the table can, choose to add however much they want to add. Adding that last batch of cauliflower, and then I'll pour the whole thing over the top. Oh, I can already smell the spices. Curry powder is probably one of my most favorite spices, especially to roast vegetables with. All right, finishing that off. And again, like I said, you just pour everything in there. If you have like a big baking dish, metal baking dish, you can bake it in that as well. I definitely overcrowded mine. It's okay. So again, don't feel as though you're restricted to everything that you have. I really like that dish, baking dish, so that's the reason why I did it. And then I just season with salt over the top. For the recipe, you can use just about a teaspoon and start from there. Again, use it as a guiding point. Let people, if they want to add salt, and there's going to be some people who are going to come to your table and no matter what you do, they're going to salt the food. So it's always best to err on the side of not adding too much salt and let those folks just salt away. My husband does that. All right, and that's it. Toss. You have this gorgeous casserole dish full of roasted cauliflower, highly nutritious, highly flavorful, and a very Mediterranean heart-healthy meal ready for you. Bake away and then serve. Bye, y'all. Enjoy. Hey, y'all. I'm back, and I wanted to share with you what it actually looks like to have the roasted curry cauliflower. I don't know if you can see the steam. The aroma is incredible. Let me just scoot this up so if you can see that. The gorgeous colors. Again, it's one of those things that I make enough of so I can have leftovers. I hope you guys try the roasted curry cauliflower next time you are craving some cauliflower, or perhaps for the holidays when you're looking for a different side dish to try. Have a great night.